Good evening, guys. Well, I just came out of a men's Bible study, and of course, we're talking about Second Chronicles, about that evil king, Jeroboam, whatever his name was. But it was an awesome Bible study with great guys. Man, you know, it was amazing because we talked about things that, that are mind-blowing. Number one, we talked about how, besides the study, we talked about things that were amazing, that how God is. And, one of the questions I'm thinking of right now is what it was talked about, and the question was, how serious does God think sin is? How serious is it? And let me tell you something, man. It was so serious that God sent the perfect sacrifice for us, and that is Jesus Christ. And if that doesn't blow your mind, there's going to be critics, there's going to be God haters, antichrist, that are going to say, "Oh well, how is that, and how is that possible?" Let me tell you something. The Bible is the only book that's been tested through time. God, that Bible has been tested through time. And I don't care, man. I believe the Bible is absolute truth. I can't see it any other way. God is awesome. We talked about how the earth is suspended on axles, and it's going around in this galaxy at so many miles per hour and all this other stuff, and yet I'm able to drive this car. I'm able to do the normal things that I do and not feel the effects. If that's not mind-blowing, then I don't know I just don't understand it. The other things we talked about was that even through all of this, all the earth being suspended and all the things that are here, God's ultimate thing he wants is to have a relationship with his creation. God is the creator of all things, man. I have to, that is all. But he always wants to create a relationship with us. He always wants us to love him like he loves us. The Bible has many stories, and our brother in the Bible study was saying, God, you can't dance around the Bible and expect it to be all fairy tales and this thing of God love. Listen, a lot of today's churches are sending that lie out to a lot of people out there that says, God is only love. Listen, God is love, but like a good father, he's going to, when you're in a state of mind that you're sinful and you just you're so rebellious, there's a consequences in this Bible that talks about those things. A good illustration was when my brother said about the Noah's Ark. Everybody, it's funny because it's true. You got these people, you got all these animals and 8 people sitting in the boat, and the rainbow and it's all pretty, but there was an actual factual, I don't care what anybody says, factual, there was people died. Okay? There's only 8 people on the ark. Where are the other ones? Okay? They were annihilated, man. Everything was annihilated on this earth. And because of the wickedness of people, the wickedness. Lot, the people of Sodom and Gomorrah and the other little cities around there, they were sinful. Okay? And let me tell you something. There was a great wiping away. God annihilated that place as well. Okay? So we can't pretend that, oh, God is love and God is love. God is love, but God is a good father that when when those who do not accept, there's a penalty to be paid. You can't draw it out. You can't soften up the Bible, man. I'm sorry. You can't. But God said that he loved the world, that he gave his only begotten son. He loved the people, his people. God says he doesn't want his people to perish. But God so loved the world that he gave his only son. And that whoever believes in him shall be saved, man. That is, God is God of many chances. And I am a testimony of that. The many things that I've done in my life, man, I tell you, it's mind-blowing that God has not wiped me out. Wiped me out. Let me tell you something. I faced death few times in my life. And it was, actually physical things, that I should have died. But for some reason, man, God has covered me in a way. And I'm hoping that it's something that I can leave. One of the questions is at the end was, if you was to die, what would people say about you? And I got a brother that said, hey, man, that this guy showed that he showed people God by the way he lived. And that's exactly how that's what we're supposed to do. We are supposed to show people God through what we do and how we live. We're never going to be perfect, man. We're not going to be made perfect until the day God has come and took us and we're with him. Okay? That's when God's going to make us perfect. That's when everything's going to be perfect. But God knows that we all fault. We have our faults. We have our vices. But we're supposed to go to our Father and say, God, Father, forgive me. Father, forgive me. God is a God of forgiveness. And that's mind-blowing to me. But man, listen, it's good to come to a place where you have other brothers and you guys can talk about things that trouble men today. I don't care if it's pornography, idol worship on things. It doesn't matter, man. God sees all things, man. There's nothing that we can hide that God doesn't see. We can be in dark, but man, God is light. But God says, man, come to him, man. We are to come to him. And if those who don't have Jesus Christ in their heart receive him, man, get the free gift. It's free. That's the only thing that I can say is guaranteed free. You can look all you want all around here where people say there's free. There's nothing free but salvation. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you this, with that free salvation, okay, it's gonna come with people hurting you or saying things about you that, it's gonna come with a price, man. We have free salvation. That means at the very end, Christ is covering us. But there is a price, man. There's going to be a price. And that price is we're going to be ridiculed. You're going to be disrespected. You're going to go through some hard stuff in this walk. But God is faithful, man. He's not going to let you go into something that's going to cause your life because of people. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want you guys to think, man. He's not going to put you in some. Look, God is not a liar. God is truth. The thing is that me, myself, I can be a liar and I can't tell the truth at times because of my sinful nature. But because I can go to God and say, God, man, forgive me, man, because, I messed up. And with a true heart, man, God is faithful to forgive us, man. I encourage those who don't know Jesus Take him to your heart, man. I mean, at the very end of the day of my life, I want to be, when I die and I open my eyes, I want to be in the presence of Jesus Christ. There is nothing else. It doesn't matter, man, because everything comes to its final point and destination. But it's at the destination when you finally get there is what's there at the end. Okay? I'd rather just see my Lord and you know what, man? Listen, you know, naturally, I think about the nasty things I've done in my life, and sometimes I question myself, saying, how can God forgive me? And you know, He's forgiven me, but not remember my sins no more. You know, it's amazing, man. But I believe it. I believe it, man. So I say, I just encourage those who don't, whoever sees this video one day, man, I pray that, you know, if you're not saved, ask Jesus into your heart. It's simple. You're not gonna walk funny or anything, but you're gonna know in your heart, man, that something inside you is changing at the moment. So, and those who are saved, those who are in the walk of Jesus Christ, I encourage you, brothers and sisters, to continue seeking His face. Be faithful. You know, it's so easy because I can be like, man, I don't feel like doing nothing. But at the same time, I tell people to be faithful, man. I gotta tell it to myself. I gotta be faithful because I need men around that are in the same boat that I am in, and to be accountable for what we do what we do in our own time. So anyways, I just want to close that out, man, and it was great Bible study. I pray that one day, you know, this YouTube stuff will go viral and people will, you know, see it, like it, whatever, and subscribe to it, whatever it may be. But man, if it can reach one person, man, and that person takes this message and goes to Christ for forgiveness, you know, that's good enough for me. But anyways, God bless you. And that's it, man. Thank you, guys. God bless.